This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me, Travis with PlayerProps.ai, and this is what we're looking at for the few WNBA games we have on Tuesday? Yeah, yesterday was Monday. So today we have the All-Star game, of course, the AL versus the NL. But ever since they took away what made it important, I don't know if you remember this, but back in the day, not too long ago, they made it where whoever won the All-Star game got home field advantage in the World Series. It made it the best All-Star game in the world sports. Then they took that away, and then now nobody really cares about it. There's no projections we do for it because you don't know how many innings a pitcher's going to get or how many at-bats a batter's going to get. We're dropping plays in Discord outside of having projections for it. The one play that I dropped for you guys yesterday in the free MLB channel, which again, if you did the bare minimum and you got into the free MLB channel and you connected your accounts and everything in the Discord to unlock that free access, then the play hit. The one play I dropped for everybody is that there would be nobody in round one to exceed 25 home runs. So it was like under 25.5 home runs, and the highest I think was 21. Two people got 21. So boom, undefeated in the home run derby for all the stuff I dropped in there. If you did not see that in the channel, then I don't know what to tell you. I cannot force you to look at your phone and go to the channel. Just make sure you're paying attention to Discord and the YouTube channel at all times. The show we did for you guys yesterday, the WNBA one, good old Sammy has now joined our WNBA ban list. So she completely changed her play style. She's now only posting up from three. She's now only not crashing the boards. So she only had one rebound, and she had 5 3-pointer attempts, made 2 of them. So she only hit, out of all of her stats across the board, the only one she went over in was assists. So we're not touching her for anything except for 3-pointers because that's all she does now. She just spots up, and then Bonner takes all of the action. If you see that the screen's a little bit different than we normally do, that's because we're changing things up. We like always upgrading everything as often as possible. And when I do the full, there's 2 reasons that I'm kind of switching to the mobile app view. The first one is that when I use the desktop and I go to something where I'm like changing and I'm clicking and changing the menu, and if I'm doing it on desktop where the menu's on the top, people are like, hey, how do I find that tool or how do I do that? But if I'm using the exact same app that you are using, if you're not using it on desktop, this version or this site, then you know where everything is. So if you're like, hey, where's all the team tools? Well, if it Travis showed you, teacher Travis showed you, if you go here to the filter, you go to team tools, you find the team tools. You go to comparison, you find the comparison tools. You go to trends, you find the trends tools. We have about 10 plus tools for you. And then, of course, all the tools when you change the filter are shown here. There are no MLB games today besides the All-Star break. The next day of MLB games is Friday. I was only going to focus on my NFL video stuff today, but I was like, what the heck? I might as well do some WNBA stuff for you guys. There's 2 games today. The first one's at 8 p.m. The second one's at 10 p.m. So I'm recording this right before noon. So you have 8 hours to get whatever we lock in your bet slips. The other reason is I'm using a new video editing service where I sync the YouTube to it. And what it does is every time I upload a video, it'll automatically create short form videos from my long form without me having to do anything. It uses a lot of AI for that. And I noticed that when I had the desktop version, and like right here on the screen, you had my little face. When it took the camera and it made it how the editing service did, it was very pixelated because my face is so small. But if I do this version, it makes it much easier to create short form video content automatically. So that's multiple reasons why we're doing this. Just going over some housekeeping things again. These banners up top are not for my benefit. These are for your benefit. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, that's for your benefit. If you haven't downloaded the app, the free version of the app, your benefit. If you haven't tried the new day pass we had, that's for your benefit. If you haven't entered the free $5,000 giveaway, your benefit. These things are not on the screen for my benefit. Go to PlayerProps.ai/giveaway. Type it in your browser. It'll pull up our $5,000 cash and prizes giveaway that cost you 0 pennies to enter. Costs you nothing. If you are someone who is betting on sports because you want to have more money than what you started with, probably should enter a free $5,000 cash and prizes giveaway. If you're not entering that, then what does that tell you? It tells yourself that you actually don't really care about having more money than what you started with. And if that's the case, sports betting is not for you. Okay, so let's get right into it. Typically, we have the full camera view when we go to the little desktop view, but because we combined everything together, we don't have to change the camera. It's all the same screen. Let's find something. So go to our filters. We're on points. Let's do, I think for WNBA, we're going to focus on 10. On the difference, we definitely want to have at least 15. And there's nothing. Not a great start. Okay. Oh, it's on DraftKings right now. So we go to FanDuel because for whatever reason, DraftKings doesn't want you to bet on WNBA. So on the DraftKings Sportsbook right now, you'll only find the 10 p.m. game. And until they add the bets and the props for the 8 p.m. game, we won't see it. So we switched to FanDuel because FanDuel's not dumb, and they have both games available. So if we look at all of these, it looks like there's nobody that has a difference higher. So what do we do, 15? So it looks like Kelsey Mitchell's 12% is the highest out of all the differences. And we go down. Oh, there is a 19%, but her points line wasn't high enough. That's why she wasn't showing. Olivia Nelson Ododa. I don't know if I've actually seen that name yet this season. We got some Caitlin Clark action going on. It looks like the projection's right around the points line, so nothing, no edge there. Go back up here to that 12%er. So we got Kelsey Mitchell, a teammate of Kelsey Clark on Indiana Fever. Sportsbooks are favoring her going over, 17.5 line. Projection has her at 2.07 difference, which is 12% difference. Let me see here real quick. All right, so hold on. What is this? This says she versus Connecticut on 5:30 and 6:17. So at 5:30 game against Connecticut, she had 13 points. She had a horrible shooting, 4 for 15. And then she versed them again here. She hooked the 17.5 line. She still put up 18 shots. So both games, she got 15 or more shots. So now I'm curious as to, can we find her line any cheaper on anything else? We can use our player props comparison to do this. Ooh, her points are juiced all the way up to 19 on ESPN. Ugh. But it looks like nobody has less, than a 17.5 line. Go figure. Let me see here. So, also, those two games near the beginning of the season that we just looked at, which was, 6:17 here and 5:30 here. It looks like starting 6:22, so almost a month ago, she's gotten a lot of, not a lot more opportunity, because she's getting the same amount of minutes, but it looks like she's just getting better at shooting. She's converting more of her baskets. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 out of the last 10 here. This is the same thing I just referenced. 8 out of the last 10, she's hit this line, which is where you get that 80% from here. And then 4 out of the last 5, 80% here. Now, the 2 games of the season against Connecticut, she's not done this. 15 field goal attempts, 18 here, hooked against them last year. But then there's 2 games before that one, still putting up good shots. 37 minutes, 38 minutes. Oh, this was the playoffs, I think. So that's why. No, it's not, because it's 8:28, 9:22. Yeah, that's 37, 38 minutes. 40 minutes here, and then this year, 35 minutes and 29 minutes. So she's getting, as long as she gets 30, she's getting the opportunity to shoot up at least like 15 to 18 shots. AI accuracy on her is 61.1%, which is good. The under is -102. The over is minus 128. So I think before we lean that direction, let's look at some other stats here real quick. So if your question is, Teacher Travis, if points is what you start with, what do you go next? Typically it's PRA, and then I think third is three-pointers made. Now that is just my preference on basketball stats. That's for NBA and college basketball as well. Oop, didn't mean to click on Shakira. I go back here. Okay, so let's see who. So the highest positive difference is 7.9. There's not really too much of a gap there. So let's keep going down and see what the biggest negative difference is. It's 10%. Sanaya Rivers, guard. I mean, she's hit this 4 out of 4. But was she getting minutes? That's because she's probably getting minutes because Mabry's out, possibly inactive now. She's already ruled out here. That's another reason why I changed this view, because when I was doing this yesterday, I was saying I had to like check the view I was recording, and you couldn't even see what I was referencing down here. So this gives you the full screen view, so you never miss out on anything. You know exactly what I'm looking at. Exactly. So I think Mabry being out is possibly why she has been doing good as of late, and she's still ruled out. I don't want to touch that. So we're looking at under stuff now. Dare we go under CC? It's only a 5.8% difference. It looks like the sportsbooks do favor the under. She's only got this 1 out of the last 5 games, 3 out of the last 10 games. She's only done this 42% of all games this season, and against Connecticut in 4, what is this? This is 4 career games because she was a rookie last year. In 4 career games, she only hit this once. But she did go off for 40. But this season, she did not. She only had 27. So yeah, it looks like she was kind of going off this year, starting, going nuts. And then, I mean, granted, she's missed this 5 in a row, but if you see here, it's ascending. 17, 21, 25. And then she just hooked this line on her last game 2 days ago against Dallas with 30. I feel like, I don't know, she's so dangerous with assists. Like, she can get hot from 3. I mean, she's had 0 for 7s, over 9s, over 10s, 3-point shooting games. But she can still get, if she gets, she didn't need to get hot from 3. If she just gets like 15 or 20 points, which is not crazy for her. What's her points line right now? 16.5. So yeah, if she just hits 16 points and maybe misses her points line, she can go bananas with assist and probably not even need a rebound to hit this number. So let's see here. So we have some more projection to the bottom below the line movement tracker if you didn't scroll this far down. It has her 3 points made projection at 1.72. So they're assuming this is going to be another cold outing for her from 3 points projection. So the reason these are green is because they're higher than her last 10 games average. This doesn't mean they're higher than her line today. Just what does she actually average over the last 10 games she's played? And then how do these coincide with it? So even though her points is projected to be more than the average of her last 10, and even her assist is more, her rebounds is slightly less, it still has her PRA 28.73, and in the last 10 games she's averaged 28.20. So this is just a really close game. Really close, I mean, for this is crazy. As crazy hot as she started this year, she hasn't had a game where she's hit 3 3-pointers in almost exactly a month, which is the Connecticut game, which is what she's versing today. So there's no PRA I'm in love with. So the third one, which we're looking at right now, is 3 points made. Dare we poke the bear for CC and project that she's not going to get 3 threes, I feel like that's definitely poking the bear. Okay, so what's more likely? That let's say she does get 3 threes. And let's say she finishes with like 10 points. Just rounding up here. 3 threes is 9, rounds up to 10. She can still hit this, but still easily miss her PRA. If she doesn't get crazy from the assist. I don't think if she's done triple doubles, and this is essentially, she gets a triple double, she's going to hit this 30.5 line. I don't know. Let's get crazy. So we're not going to poke the bear on the threes because she can easily get 3 threes and still not hit this PRA line of 30.5. Let's poke the bear, ladies and gentlemen. Let us poke the bear. Even though she's been trending up the last 4 games, and even though she missed this by 0.5 in her last game 2 days ago, I think we're going to rock with CC. She can still have a great game. She can hit 30. Like, let's say she gets a bare minimum triple-double where she gets 10, 10, 10. She can actually get a triple-double of 10, 10, 10 and still miss her PRA line. That's why I think I like this under more than her 3 points, because I feel like she's definitely going to put up threes. I think she's projected at like 7 3-point attempts. So it's more likely, I think, that even though the sportsbooks have a higher implied under for the threes, I feel like it's more of a trap that the sportsbooks are trying to set. So I think she does get 3 threes, but I don't think she gets 30.5 all around. So I think that's what we're going with. I think yeah, nobody's hurt. Looks like all the starters are there. But I think that we're just going to kind of bank on that 30.5 line. And it's not crazy juiced, so you're going to get a good return on your money here of minus 118. The over's 12, minus 118. There's very, very little difference. This is definitely not a trifecta. But this is why I don't really like slates or days of games where we have 2 or less. Typically, what is tomorrow? Wednesday actually has 4 or 5 WNBA games, so it'll be a lot better to find something more likely a trifecta there. But because we're just got a bag of Skittles, not much to choose from, we're going with CC under 30.5 PRA. But what do we do before we lock things in, ladies and gentlemen? We go to the good old comparison tool. Click on comparison, and then back here it says best props. We're going to click on best props. We're going to change this puppy to PRA. We already have the game selected we want to look at. Ooh, even better. What did we just find? We found one higher. ESPN bet 31.5. So if we're going under, you want the highest line possible. So now, because we have this tool and we referenced it, we see that FanDuel Caesars, of course, have a 30.5 line. But good old ESPN bet has a 31.5. And we're definitely going to take that extra point there. So 31.5 is the official line we're doing under CCPRA. Lock it in, ladies and gentlemen. Do the bare minimum. Get in the Discord. It's free. Download the app. It's got a free version. Sign up and enter yourself for the $5,000 giveaway. It's free. Do all the free stuff. You have no excuse this week. There's barely anything baseball happening. And if you're not a WNBA fan already, you're probably not doing much of betting or researching or anything like that, or watching videos for that matter. So this is the time you have. This is the All-Star break for you. This is your break to do all the things you haven't done yet. If you aren't in the Discord, please stop betting on sports. It is essentially a guarantee that once you learn about PlayerProps.ai and you learn about the Discord and you see all the things that we do for the community, you see how the community wins, 17,000 people dropping winning screenshots on a daily basis. Once you get the exposure and you quote unquote see the light to what we offer, you still are not doing the free stuff. This is your way of self-identifying that you are not going to be a profitable bettor, and you should probably not be wasting your hard-earned money. So please, for the love of all that's holy, spend the last 4 days of this All-Star break for MLB look within yourself. Are you someone who's going to do what it takes to be successful better? Or are you knowingly and willingly lighting your hard-earned money on fire? You have to determine that. But lock that in, ladies and gents, and we'll see you in the Discord. Good luck.